So the first case is mouse over. So what we're going to do, first we're going to check if exclamation mark, and we look for the target, so hash and target has class selected, meaning obviously we have exclamation mark at the beginning, if our target does not have class selected, because it's obviously the opposite when we are using the exclamation mark. So if it hasn't got class selected assigned to it, because if it does, we don't want to do anything when we mouse over the trigger. So once it's got class selected, we know that obviously the trigger, the target, obviously our tooltip is visible, and whatever we do with our mouse, we want this specific tooltip to be visible. So we obviously don't want to do anything with this when mouse over event occurs when our target has selected class assigned to it. So if it hasn't, though, we're going for our target dot, actually let's put it on a new line. I'm going to close this browser here so we can see things a little bit better. Dot CSS, and we go for top position, then event dot page y minus tool tip, our object offset x, and then after this plus px in a single double quotes. Then CSS, we go for the left position, and I'm going to use a very similar approach here. So if I copy this, only this time it's going to be page x, and it's going to be plus tooltip offset y in this case, plus again px at the end, and then another thing, we need to fade it in, and let's fade it in at the speed of say 100 milliseconds. So that's our mouse over statement. Now we're going for our mouse out. Again, we're going to check if it hasn't got selected class assigned to it. So if our target does not have class selected, then what we're doing, we're simply using our target, and we want to hide it, because obviously when we move mouse out, we want the tooltip to disappear. So it's basically hide method. Now we go for our mouse move. Again, checking if target does not have class selected, and I'm going to copy this line here from our mouse over statement. This time what we're going to do is we're going to basically use stop, and we're going to update it every time we obviously move mouse, and it's going to be minus tooltip offset x plus px, and now here we've got page x tooltip offset y, and we don't obviously need fade in at all because it's already visible. So that's our mouse move statement. And now if we move to the next video, and we finish this statement by basically executing a few things when we click on the trigger.